information from SEPTA following a court ruling that brings some major cuts to a screeching halt, at least for right now. Good evening, I'm Aziza Schuler. That ruling came from a city judge that came down late yesterday afternoon. Now SEPTA is saying some riders have been already overcharged, and they're telling others to not buy weekly and monthly passes. Strickland has the details.
A scramble at SEPTA to reverse planned service cuts and fare hikes. On Friday, a Philadelphia judge ruled the transit agency has to put a pause on its plans just days before they were scheduled to take effect.
Getting to work like myself, it gets pretty tough sometimes.
Carrie Walker, who uses SEPTA to get to and from work, says the judge's ruling is only adding to what has already been a confusing chain of events.
My reaction is just to watch and see what happens. You know what I mean? You know, like a lot of people get a lot of misinformation and things of that sort and don't really know what's really going on. Yeah. So the confusion is just felt all over the city.
Caution, bus is turning.
SEPTA says it's now working around the clock to quickly update its systems to roll back the 21.5% fare increase that includes weekly and monthly passes. And the transit agency says SEPTA riders have already begun paying for them at a higher rate ahead of September 1st. And they're now encouraging passengers to not buy them until prices are lowered. SEPTA also says it will not move forward with plans to reduce rail service, which was scheduled to take place on Tuesday.
Sounds great to know that something's going on to kind of stop this flow of downward spiral.
We spoke to several SEPTA riders who say they're happy about the judge's decision and are hopeful lawmakers can come to an agreement to address the funding crisis.
It's great for me. I love using a regional rail to get down here, so I appreciate that.
I'm happy there's going to be no more cuts because of the fact that I got to get to work.
And this judge's ruling only applies to future changes. The services that have already been cut or reduced will stay the same, but even those can be reversed by this judge when SEPTA returns to court next week. Reporting in Center City, Strickland, CBS News, Philadelphia.
All right, thank you, Ray. Well, all of these changes can be a bit confusing. Let's recap. The 21.5% fare increase that was set to go into effect on Monday is now on hold. That's why SEPTA is asking you not to buy weekly or monthly passes until the changes are final. The reduction in regional rail service that was supposed to start on Tuesday is also on hold. That would have lessened train frequency on weekends and eliminated some lines. However, the current bus and subway service cuts and reductions that went into effect last weekend will stay in place. Now, you can find all of this information on our website, cbsphiladelphia.com.